Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and you're enjoying the crypto bull market. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel, where we cover the crypto news and we interview many of the folks who are building and investing in the crypto asset class. Please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Guys, Bitcoin is looking very strong, holding over that $15,000 price point. It touched $16,000, but of course, it's going to test different price points, build new support levels. Right now, it's sitting at 15,604. As I had stated for years now, once we cross and hit that 15,000 price point, that's a key psychological barrier. It's going to be very easy to move to $20,000, right? As always, be cautiously optimistic. The market's very volatile. I'm looking at it from a macro perspective, but some of you who are new to the market, you may see Bitcoin at $15,000 today. Tomorrow it crashes to 13. Don't be afraid, right? Once you've gone through these volatile cycles, you understand some of the patterns and what's happening. But remember, the same swings that take us low are the same swings that take us high. And we are expecting new all-time highs in this bull market. Possibly next year we see the bull run. Now, guys, this is bullish news right here. You have another legendary investor. Remember, Paul Tudor Jones went on CNBC multiple times talking about how he's getting into Bitcoin. Well, Bill Miller went on CNBC, and let me play the clip here for you guys.
Sending Bitcoin surging to levels we haven't seen since Jan of 2018. It's up 45% in the past month. It's back above 15,000 today. And despite continued scrutiny from regulators, legendary value investor Bill Miller just told us that he believes Bitcoin is the place to be.
I'd say if people don't have exposure to Bitcoin, I would strongly recommend that at current prices that they do that.
Kate Rooney is here with a closer look at what's driving this rally. Kate.
Hey, Kelly, those big name investors like Bill Miller and Paul Tudor Jones backing Bitcoin are part of what's driving that rally this week. It topped 16,000 today, so big week for Bitcoin. Analysts are pointing to a few other factors as well. First, the election. Bitcoin is seen as a flight to safety, the same way as investors have bet on gold during some macro uncertainty. It also has that same scarcity aspect with a set number in circulation. There's a prospect, of course, of more stimulus post-election and a weaker dollar, making digital currencies a bit more attractive. And the Fed yesterday also keeping rates near zero. Some of these factors, according to Paul Tudor Jones at least, could set the stage for inflation. He says Bitcoin is, quote, the best hedge against them. Analysts.
Guys, multiple takeaways from there. First, this legendary investor goes on public television and says he strongly recommends putting a position into Bitcoin at the current prices because he knows higher prices are coming. These guys are looking at the same charts we are, the stock to flow model, a Bitcoin strength index, all of that, right? And obviously she talks about what Paul Tudor Jones said. Bitcoin is the best hedge against the inflation that's happening here in not only in the United States, but globally. And a lot of average Joes, people are waking up to that when they get those stimulus checks and they hear about the Fed printing. So get ready, I believe, at once we cross $20,000 again, retail FOMO is going to kick in again. And when you have these big time investors who are well known, right? They've invested in other things before crypto and have been successful, are saying get into Bitcoin and crypto, you know what's coming. But that's why we are the lucky ones. We are here early. We are on the side of smart money, buying the lows, selling the highs. And like I said, Bill Miller, he's well known. He's a fund manager. He's a philanthropist. He's successful. He's made a lot of money, right? And he's 70 years old and he sees the value. And I think guys like Warren Buffett will eventually capitulate. Some other things Bill said in this interview, and this article summarizes it here. He said, Bitcoin's staying power gets better every day, and the risk of the currency going to zero are lower than they've ever been before. Bullish. Bitcoin in the crypto market has survived a lot, especially what happened earlier this year with the massive sell-off due to the pandemic, right? Bitcoin supply is growing around 2.5% a year, and the demand is growing faster than that, and there's going to be a fixed number of them. And of course, Bitcoin up 43% this month and 112% this year. So if you bought Bitcoin at like 3,000, 4,000 in March and April, man, you're sitting pretty good right now, right? That's a nice return. So these big time investors get it. They see the writing on the wall. So that's why I hold a position in Bitcoin, but not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, because the rest of the market moves with Bitcoin, and there's other use cases that these altcoins are pretty much going to serve, right? They're going to have different use cases. Bitcoin is the well-known brand, and so they're going to talk about that specifically to the public, because that has the branding. That's the number one. But there, a lot of these big time investors like Grayscale. Notice the different trusts they have: Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Stellar. And on that note, guys, Barry Silbert tweeted, plus 500 million in assets in one day. Assets under management. They added plus 500 million. Yesterday, I just did a video where they talked about they hit 8.5 or 8.6 billion. Now today it's at 9.1 billion. This money is coming in from institutional investors. Not all of them are going to go on TV like Bill Miller and Paul Tudor Jones. There are many rich, wealthy folks who are just going to put their money into these trusts and to get into the crypto market. Grayscale is getting a significant amount of money, guys. I mean, this is bullish as hell, right? And these are the facts. This is not something I made up or dreamed up, or I'm telling you fairy tales here. It's right in front of our face. And also, Barry Silbert of Grayscale tweeted the following: "This is good for crypto." What is he talking about? Well, if everything goes according to how it's looking right now, where Biden becomes president, he's set to tap Gary Gensler as the advisor on Wall Street oversight. And that means strict lockdowns here for Wall Street, a la the Dodd-Frank Act from 2010, which the Obama administration had done. So he's saying here, this looks like it's going to be good for crypto because Wall Street's going to look for other avenues to put their money in, right? And they're going to put into crypto. Many have already started. So another item adding fuel or rocket fuel to the crypto rocket to take off, right? So guys, very bullish. Finally, guys, we've talked about this. I did a poll today. Do you think the SEC will provide the regulatory clarity by the end of 2020 for XRP that Ripple needs to get bank adoption in the United States? Majority of you said no, 68.7%, 31% said yes. We'll have to wait and see. The election could just throw everything off. But this is the hurdle for XRP. But I wanted to share with you guys, it looks like overwhelmingly a lot of you are just like, don't think that's going to happen. It's 619 votes at this point. So my fingers are crossed. I'm hoping Ripple gets that regulatory clarity and we can get the adoption we need here in the United States. Nevertheless, I do think, as I always state, Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. XRP is going to pump. It's going to go with Bitcoin. Now, if it has the regulatory clarity, I think, guys, and it gets the adoption, it can decouple, but we need the regulatory clarity. And, we have enough liquidity and banks using it. I think we can decouple from Bitcoin and it can pump even harder. But a lot of things have to line up for that, right? We got to get the regulatory clarity, and then your Bank of Americas of the world and so forth jump in and start using Ripple ODL. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this news? So bullish. Legendary investor saying you better have, and he strongly recommends having a position in Bitcoin now at the current price. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm buying the dips. So leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video if you found it helpful. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.